I've been naughty. I had too many beers at the pub and Mr. B's locked me up. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, but... Woo! Oh, it feels so funny. Oh my goodness. A little jar of kisses. So when he's not around, I can have one of these.
I've been acting like a wild man, sleeping like a child. You're so luminous and vibrant. I'm always in.
We are going to show you around the quaint little town of Richmond, and I'm feeling so excited today because guess what? Check me out. I've got my legs showing. I've got my skirt on. It's a top of 22 today. I'm feeling pumped. Yes, I've still got the beanie on and the jumper, but we're ready. So we've just spotted something that we love. So we're going to take you there right now. And yes, I may have a little bit of goosebumps on my legs, but hey, the sun is out. It's a cracker of a day, so I'm not complaining.
So many times I've stranded, a castaway, and I'm not sure.
How good is this? I've got to try a berry one. It looks amazing. So we're going to sit here in front of the bakery and listen to the beautiful harp being played and sit and enjoy the sun.
I'm always in bloom for you. Always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. An infatuated light. Although it hurts me, be with you. I'm always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. For
We were just saying there are so many little cafes and Devonshire tea houses in the little town of Richmond. There's just no way you could get through them, honestly. I'm going to say the bakery was definitely worth it. Oh my goodness, they were fresh raspberries and I reckon it literally had a whole punnet on there. How was yours, Mr. B?
Yeah, it was actually really good. A bit heavy though.
Bit heavy. I reckon that'll do us now. So we're just going to have a little wander around and explore Richmond. I've been naughty. I had too many beers at the pub and Mr. B's locked me up. I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, but it's not good. Get me back into the Jeep.
although it hurts me, be with you. I'm always in bloom. Always in bloom for you. For
So the Old Village supermarket, which is just behind me, that was built back in the 1836. And they did say that right here where I am, the car park, was the Old Blacksmith. The jail that we started off earlier at, that actually housed some of the worst convicts that were working on the bridge. Have you got any fun facts that you've learnt, Mr. B?
Yeah, so just on that point, the worst, 90% of the convicts here were actual murderers, rapists, yeah, violent crimes. So they used to get either put here or shipped around Tasmania to various sites because they were predominantly the hard, heavy core workers. So if something was being built, those convicts would then be shipped to another part of Tasmania, housed there until something was built and then transferred on to another location. But basically a chain gang.
Yeah, pretty much. And fill us in on what you were telling me before about Old Matey.
Oh, so
This is pretty brutal.
Solomon Bray, I think his name was, he was sent out here on counterfeiting, and then when he got here, he actually counterfeited again, so he ended up with a life sentence. He then became the executioner for all of Australia, all of Tasmania. So he used to get transported between here, Oatlands, Launceston, Hobart. He died incarcerated, 81 years old.
Oopsies, just letting a car go by.
He died at 81 while he was still incarcerated, and at that time he died, he had executed over 150 prisoners.
Yeah, and if you had have watched our previous episode when we did the 3 villages and we were in Oatlands,
Yep.
and we mentioned, I think it was 18 hangings,
Yep.
he did all of those.
Yep.
Yeah, what a story. Anyway, moving right along.
Let me check his name, buddy.
The little car just went behind me. I guess he was going to the Old Blacksmith. Anyways, moving right along. If you do choose to stay in Richmond, there is a fair few different types of accommodation. There's heaps of B&Bs, there's the little cottages, and you can also stay in one of the original churches, which is pretty cool. The old village supermarket's now the little IGA, so there's plenty of supplies you can get. But you know what? I'd just walk the street, go to the cafes, go to the pub, and eat as much as you can. Back around to the bridge, round 2, because it was so busy and we couldn't get a car park, so we've snagged the last car park.
Yep.
Mr. B did a little sneaky on me, and he went into the shop, and we've got some little duck food. But check this out. Remember when we went into the gingerbread house before? He's come back and he's bought me a little jar of kisses. So when he's not around, I can have one of these. Isn't that cute? Thanks, Mr. B. You're a sweetie. So the ducks aren't eating these. We will hold on to our beanies and our hats and check out the old Richmond Bridge, which was built by the convicts.
Yes, I'll give a little bit of information. So it was originally built in 1823. It is still Australia's oldest bridge that has traffic pass over it to this date.
Yeah, and it's still standing.
And that's the oldest bridge in Australia.
Yeah.
So as you would have seen on our previous video, Ross and Campbelltown had the second and third oldest bridges that still have, Campbelltown has the second oldest bridge in Australia that still has traffic pass over it, as it's part of the A1 highway.
Yep.
And then Ross has the third oldest bridge in Australia that has traffic still passing on it.
And then there's...
Here's number 1.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go exploring. I feel like I'm going to have a picnic with the duckies. I think I'll just sit on the grass and I'll see if they'll come to me. They've probably been already fed a million times. Duckies! So funny! Oh my goodness! You being a piggy! You have some! Come back! Here! Come on! Oh, it feels so funny! It's so hard, like it fully pecks you.
It doesn't hurt though.
No, it doesn't hurt, but it does give you a little bit of a fright. This one's a little piggy, that's for sure. There's some white ones as well. I wish they'd come up and see us. Here, come on. Here you come. Come on. So it's also said that there's meant to be a ghost that's on the bridge, well actually under the bridge at Richmond, under the arches. We didn't actually feel anything.
No, but what happened was there was a evil overseer of the convicts from the quarry where they had to cut the rocks, and so they used to push the cart and he'd sit on top whipping them and carrying on.
Yeah.
So what all of them then do is they attacked him when they got to the bridge, killed him, and then threw his broken body onto the rocks below the bridge.
Yep. And yeah,
and said that he still haunts it.
It'd be cool to come back at night.
Yeah, well we might.
Yeah, that could be an option. So if you've actually ever even been here and you have experienced the ghost of the Richmond Bridge, put it down in the comments. Gotta say, was so yummy. We had the chili cheeses, the double brie, that was probably my favorite. They also did smoked and chili as well. All the taste testing in there was complimentary and there was no pressure to buy or anything like that. They also have the cheese boards available and they are fully licensed. Wicked Cheese Company has been established for over 20 years and they've been here on this site for over 10. The one thing I did love about it as well, all the staff in there are local to Richmond, so yeah, that's really nice. We're going to do a little bit more exploring and I think we've got one more place to go to. Frogmore is absolutely stunning winery. I have to say, thoroughly enjoyed my tastings. It was $5. It was meant to be for 4. I sort of had 8. Was still $5. If you want to purchase, it will come off your purchase, or also it will come off if you're dining as well. They have a beautiful menu. They only do lunch. They are open 6 days. You can just turn up. If you have a large booking, then yeah, say book ahead. They also have a huge selection in their shop as well, and they have a permanent gallery upstairs. So yeah, check it out if you're on your way to or from Richmond. We hope you have loved our little episode on Richmond. yeah, it's I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna carry on and have a nice afternoon because it's such a beautiful day and I'm so excited to have weather like this. So I'm gonna sip on some more wine. We're gonna leave you here. Remember, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week on our adventures. And thanks for watching.